Hello, my name is Peter Grant. I'm going to give you a quick tour of a monolith Ruby on Rails app that I built. It's called Doc Helper. It is a document management app for small businesses, but really for anyone who's needing some content management. It's got a couple of fun features that I put into it, including some device authentication protocols as well as device invitable. Some styling for this project as well was done with Tailwind CSS as well, and yeah, there's an omniauth for signing in via Twitter for this. Again, this is all a Ruby on Rails monolith app, and I just want to give you a tour. So first thing we're going to do, we're just going to sign in through Twitter. We're going to have a look at how the project is structured. Right now, the way that it's put together is we have companies over on the side here with different users up above, and this is all seeded data. If you download this from GitHub and play around with it, you'll see that this all is available for running the rake db seed command in the terminal. But one of the fun things about this is when I'm signed in as myself, I'm able to invite new associates or new users into the program through being invited. I'll just sign out and just show you. There's actually no sign up button. The only way that users can be added to the program is being invited via email. So we're going to do that right quick here. So sign back in via Twitter. We're going to invite a new user. So let's invite a dummy user. So Bob at bobsco.com. And actually that is there. Bobby Jones, Bobsco. We can have the different values for who these users can be. So let's put this one as a manager. And this is a nested form, so we can add this user immediately to a company. This role can be added to multiple companies, but for right now, we're going to just put this person to one single company. And the title for this as a manager, we're going to put as like a lead controller for this. And from the available companies that we have right now, we could create a new one. Let's create a new one just for the sake of things. So someone like Lindsay Construction, something like that. So when we create a new user, we are going to create a new user, click on that, and you'll see up here, I have Mail Catcher running in the background, and you'll see that it was sent out catching that email here. And this is what the device invitable gem provides as an email invite for Bobby Jones. We're going to accept this invitation through an incognito window just to be able to sign in as a different user. So let's open that up. And you'll see that we get a prompt here for Bobby Jones to complete the project. So we're just going to sign in with a dummy password and then another dummy password. Right there, let's put Bobby J for Bobby Jones, and then the URL is just for the avatar image. So we're just going to find that dog unsplash. That's kind of the theme that I was using just for filler. Just going to grab an easy dog picture. This one looks good. Copy image address. Over here, we're just going to paste that in, and we should be able to complete our setup. And there we go. So now we're logged in. We are as Lindsay Construction right here. There's nothing in Lindsay Construction because if you recall, we added Lindsay Construction as a new company. So under Bobby Jones here, we're going to add a new account to Lindsay. The only one that's available to Bobby Jones is Lindsay Construction. That's a sort of authentication or authorization protocol as part of the program. And here, Q1 earnings, for example. So there's a variety of nested elements in, or nested data structures in this app. One of them is that a company like Lindsay Construction can have many accounts. So we can create a variety of different accounts. Accounts then under these companies can have different packages. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to, under Lindsay Construction, create a Q1 earnings account, and then we're also going to create a new package. So for example, Q1 earnings would likely have HST rebates, for example. And then here we'll put this for sort of a sorting mechanism. I have a variety of different statuses for these. And then for another one, maybe payroll. And this could be complete. So we're going to create an account, and we'll see that this is showing up here. Now, you'll see that Peter Grant, myself, I'm an administrator, and I'm added automatically to any of these projects that are being brought in, just so that I have access to them. And you'll see over here, signed in as Peter Grant, I have access to Lindsay Construction, and you can see signed in as Peter that we now have this new information added in. I can also add a new package as well. Here we're going to add something like per diem, I think that's spelled right, expenses, and review, and check this with, sure. We're going to create an account, and you're going to see that we have a new package under the Q1 earnings account, and we can also add a new account. So we'll do that as well under Peter. So here, Q1 earnings, Q1 expenses, sure. And that will be also under Lindsay Construction. We don't need to create a new company. I already have this. New packages. Q1 expenses will be overhead, sale, maybe travel, backlog, and progress. I'm going to create that account. Now we'll see that we got up to. And because this is all under Lindsay Construction, over here, if we refresh the page, we'll see that this is updated for Bobby Jones as well. So Bobby Jones is able to, for example, say I'm on it as a package comment. Put that in, I'm on it, right, Bobby Jones. We also have full CRUD actions on these comments, so I can just delete that as well. We'll leave that there, I'm on it there. And that should also show up if we refresh the page. There it is. Bobby Jones says, I'm on it. There is no delete button because this is not Peter Grant's comment. But we can also say, from Peter Grant, thanks, Bob. Post that. There we go. And again, update Bobby Jones. So there's back and forth interactivity for these users in this. That's it in a nutshell. It can be expanded to adding new companies, adding new accounts. Everything can be nested, adding new associates as well. All have the ability to kind of drill down into whatever elements you're looking for. Up here, as an administrator, with administrator access, Peter Grant's able to see all of the characters who are available. You can see that the manager, because Bobby Bob was added as a manager, we should see Bobby Jones was added as a manager. We'll see that he was indeed the lead controller, which was the title that we gave him at the beginning. He's under manager. He's not a contact. Contacts in this sort of world would be individuals who are sort of customers in, for these companies. So it's just different roles that that users can have. There are no other admins currently in there, which is why it's set to 0. It's just Peter Grant is set as the admin. But for example, if we wanted to create a new one, we could just create a new person like Jessica Apple.com, and put this as a contact for Lindsay Construction. Maybe Jessica might be the president of Lindsay Construction, and we're going to create the new user. We'll see that Jessica is right there. We go over to here and we sign out as Bobby Jones, and then go back over here. And we accept that invitation in an incognito window. We will see, oh, I think I messed that up. Let's try that again. Here we are, password, again, just a dummy. Jessica, and simple image, copy link address, yes. There we are. Complete my sign up. So now that we've gone into Jessica, oh, I must have not put that in properly, but nonetheless, the point of adding Jessica is that now under the administrator as Peter Grant, we refresh this and we look at our contacts. We will now see, if we scroll all the way over, we will now see Jessica as the president of Lindsay Construction. Under the contacts tab, you can see here it's all filtered out. So that's it in a nutshell on the surface. I'd be happy to talk a little bit more about it if you have any questions. Under the surface, I'll just quickly give you an example of some of the fun things that I tried with this project. Aside from putting some of the bells and whistles into this project, like using Devise for authentication, using the OmniAuth sign in via Twitter, as well as using Devise Invitable for inviting people via email, and the Tailwind CSS framework, which I really enjoyed getting my head around. One of the other things for Ruby on Rails with the MVC architecture that Ruby on Rails uses, I wanted to try and see, as a personal challenge to myself, to see if I could write this app without using any ERB code, just as a test for how something can be done in unconventional terms. And I got pretty close. Pardon me. You can see if we look in any of the views, view files, for example, under associates or accounts, for example, you'll see that these are all empty. They don't have any actual HTML or ERB code in them. Where this all comes from is from Ruby, vanilla Ruby or plain Ruby helpers, templates that are built out in this helper file here, which is pretty expensive. So if we have a look at something like the form helper, you'll see that with any of these forms that we have built out, for example, log back in right quick, and we take a look at any of these forms are all generated from this form helper template. And this form helper template, kind of depending on what the purpose of the form is, whether it's for creating a new package, a new account, or a new company, or a new associate, they kind of compile all of these smaller instances, which are themselves Ruby classes and Ruby modules. And it was a fun challenge to put together. I really wanted to sort of develop a bit of a mastery of how to assemble Ruby code in sort of macro terms, and for a functional end. And this worked out really well. So that's pretty much it. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for your time.